If you're here, it's probably because you have a retro camera like VHS, Hi8, Mini DV or any other tape format, and you're looking for a way to go tapeless or digitize your old footage, right? A few months ago, I made a video about this Mini DVR, a small device that records directly to a microSD card. Compared to other options in the same price range, it delivers surprisingly good video quality. It is compact, has a rechargeable battery, and costs less than $20, but it has some flaws, with audio quality being the biggest issue.
This is an audio test. This is an audio test. 1, 2, 3.
If you want to check out my full review, the link is in the description. For the way I use it, the Mini DVR is practically perfect, but I know this setup is not ideal for everyone. So based on your feedback, I started looking for an alternative and found this Unisheen UR23OA. In this video, we're going to compare these two devices side by side. Is it a better option? Is it worth a switch? Let's put it to the test and find out. Let's get straight to the point. I know this is what you came to see. On one side, you have the Mini DVR, and on the other, the Unisheen UR23OA. So what do you think? Already know which one to buy? Hold on, don't go just yet. We are about to break down their features one by one, so you don't make a rush decision. Now for the nerds like me, let's talk numbers. First up, size. The Mini DVR is much smaller, measuring just 2 by 1.25 inches, while the Unisheen is 6 by 2.75 inches, about 6.6 times bigger. As for build quality, the Mini DVR has an aluminum-like finish, while the Unisheen is plastic, but feels solid. The Mini DVR is smaller because it doesn't have a built-in monitor, though it does support an external one. In fact, I made a tutorial on how to adapt a $9 monitor for it. I'll leave the link in the description. On the other hand, the Unisheen comes with a built-in 3-inch screen and larger, easy-to-use buttons, and even built-in speakers so you can use it as a standalone media player. This is an audio test. Can you hear the tiny speakers on this thing? Now let's talk about video inputs. The Mini DVR only has a 3.5mm AV input, and you will need to build a custom cable because its pinout is different from retro cameras. It's not too hard, and I have a tutorial for that, link in the description. The Unisheen, on the other hand, supports standard RCA cables. You know, the classic yellow, red, and white ones. It also has super video input, and an interesting feature, it can record audio only if you want through a 3.5mm input. More inputs means better compatibility, but they also contribute to its larger size. Now let's talk about video output. As I mentioned earlier, the Mini DVR uses a 3.5mm AV output, so you will need an adapter cable to connect it to RCA compatible monitors or old TVs. The Unisheen, on the other hand, has HDMI output, making it easy to connect directly to modern TVs and monitors. However, when you connect an external monitor, the Unisheen's built-in screens turns off. Depending on your needs, this can be a good or a bad thing. But where do these devices store your recordings? The Mini DVR only supports microSD cards, while the Unisheen gives you more flexibility. It supports both SD cards and USB flash drives. Now, when it comes to power, things get a bit tricky. The Mini DVR has a built-in battery that lasts about 2 hours and charges by a micro USB, so you can use any standard 5V phone charger. The Unisheen, however, doesn't have a built-in battery. It needs to be plugged in at all times using a 5V power adapter. The good news, it can run off any 5V power bank, which we will test later. I'm also planning to modify it and add an internal battery in a future video. Would you like to see that? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about video quality, probably the most important factor for most of you, right? Bitrate is one of the most important factors that determine video quality, and a higher bitrate means more detail. The Mini DVR records at 28 megabytes per second, while the Unisheen makes out at 10 megabytes per second. Is that bad? Not really. VHS quality only needs around 4 to 7 megabytes per second, so both devices handle retro footage just fine. As for frame rate, both record at 30 FPS with no options to change it. I know some prefer 60 FPS, but for most users, 30 is more than enough. But here's my take. These are retro formats, and I don't care about getting the highest quality possible. What matters to me is if the footage looks the way I remember it. Let me know what you think. If you're interested, I made a video on video quality and nostalgia. I'll leave the link in the description. Now let's talk about resolution and aspect ratio. A common issue with the Mini DVR is that if you want the highest bitrate, you're locked into 16:9, meaning the image looks stretched. You can record in VGA to keep the correct aspect ratio, but the quality drops a lot. Personally, I prefer to record in HD and fix it in post, but I get why that extra step might be annoying. The Unisheen, on the other hand, can record in VGA while keeping the highest bitrate, making it a more convenient option for those who want true 4:3 footage. Now let's talk about audio. The number one complaint I've received about the Mini DVR, and honestly the main reason I looked for an alternative like the Unisheen, and you guys are right, I mentioned it in my review, but I probably didn't emphasize it enough, and I'm really sorry for that. The Mini DVR wasn't designed for high quality sound, it was made for drones. You're looking the numbers on the table, the difference is huge. So if you're digitizing old VHS tapes, where hearing your grandma's voice from the 90s really matter, the Unisheen is hands down the better choice. Let's compare them side by side so you can hear the difference for yourself.
Audio test. Audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm about
3 feet away from the camera. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know how it sounds.
Which one sounds better? You tell me. Audio test.
1, 2, 3, 4. Audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just for fun, I decided to test the audio using my wireless microphone because, believe it or not, my camera has a mic input. Yes, a 40-plus-year-old camera with a microphone jack. Pretty amazing. Plus, this is the perfect chance to show you the setup I put together for this comparison. At this point, you might be wondering, how am I capturing video from a single camera on 2 different devices at the same time? Well, I made my own custom cable. On one end, it has a 3.5mm plug that connects to the camera's video output. On the other end, I soldered 2 3.5mm female jacks, allowing me to send the signal to both the Mini DVR and the Unisheen at the same time. It's actually pretty simple to make, and if you like the tutorial and how I did it, let me know in the comments. Now let's listen to the test using the wireless microphone.
This is an audio test with my lap mic. This is an audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now I'm about 6 feet away from the camera. There's definitely a big difference in clarity. It's still not perfect, but it's a huge improvement. What do you think? Now let's talk about the very important factor, price. The Mini DVR costs $16 to $20 on AliExpress and $30 to $40 on Amazon. I always buy from AliExpress and have never had issues, so that's what I'll recommend. As for the Unisheen UR2308, you need to be careful. This is one of those generic mass-produced devices from a Chinese factory, later rebranded by multiple companies. During my search, I found some sellers charging up to $150, which is way too much. Realistically, this device shouldn't cost more than $70. I got mine for $68 a couple months ago. Be especially cautious on Amazon, where prices tend to be even higher. So if you're interested in the Unisheen UR2308, take your time to find a trustworthy seller. As you can see, the price difference between the Mini DVR and the Unisheen is quite significant, almost double on average. Now, after everything we've covered, do you think the Unisheen is worth it compared to the Mini DVR? But before you make a decision, there are 2 key aspects that could completely change your mind. But I'll save those for the end of the video. Sorry, I have to make this as engaging as possible. Blame YouTube's algorithm. Before we get to those important features, let me quickly show you what comes in the box with the Unisheen, as well as its basics, functions and menu settings. This might be really useful for you. Inside the box, the first thing you will find is the manual. It's actually very detailed in English, but let's be honest, nobody's going to read it, so let's set that aside. Next, we have the Unisheen itself, well protected in a plastic casing. Originally, it also came in a plastic bag, but I lost that. Inside the box, you will find all the included accessories. A 5 volts 1 ampere power adapter, very common, so you probably already have one at home. But hey, an extra one doesn't hurt. a USB cable for power, a remote control. But let's be real, I doubt anyone will actually use it. But if you have any specific questions about it, just let me know in the comments. A standard RCA video cable, you know, the yellow, red and white on both ends. Many retro cameras use this output, but some require a 3.5mm to RCA cable instead. If your camera only has a 3.5mm output, you will need to buy that separately, a 3.5mm audio auxiliary cable. This is useful if you want to record just audio. No HDMI or S-video cables are included. And that's everything in the box. Now let's go over the functions and settings. I'll keep it short, but if you have any specific questions, drop them in the comments. The device turns on automatically when power plugged in. Without a video source, it shows a black screen. Press Home to access the menu, where you can adjust settings, play videos, photos, and music from a USB or microSD card. Navigation is done with the large central buttons. Here are some key settings. We have language options, English, Spanish, and a lot more. Input selection between RCA, S-video, or 3.5mm audio. Resolution, I use 640 by 480 to keep the 4:3 aspect ratio. Bitrate control for video and audio, higher bitrate, better quality, but larger files. Audio levels for recording on built-in speakers. Screen brightness. Date and time settings. File transfer mode. You can move files to a PC without removing the microSD, and that's the essentials. Before we continue, what do you think about the quality of this footage? Would you guess it was shot on a 2009 camcorder? I love camcorders, and I recently picked up this Sony HDR XR500B for just $80, and honestly, I'm amazed at how well it still holds up. I love it. It even has true night shot, and the results look incredible. What do you think? Would you like me to review this one and maybe even show my camcorder collection? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about two key features that could be a game changer for some of you. I know this because many of you have asked about this in the comments. First, let's start with a feature that's not super impressive but still useful. With this device, you can record audio only using the 3.5mm aux input. For example, right now, I'm capturing copyright-free audio from my phone. Since my phone doesn't have a headphone jack, I'm using a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter, but in theory, you can record from any device with a 3.5mm output or even other sources using adapters. It's as simple as selecting the input source and pressing record. Now you can record and play music, just like an early 2000 MP3 player. It even has a headphone jack, so you can plug in your earphones and listen directly. Only true early 2000 tech fans will get this. Now the feature everyone keeps asking about. Can you stream with a Mini DVR? Technically yes, but you will need a video capture card and the right cables. With the Unisheen, you don't need a capture card because the Unisheen is a capture card. Now you can stream with your retro cameras by simply connecting the Unisheen via USB to your computer. Whatever is plugged into its video input can be streamed or recorded using OBS Studio or any other capture software, but there are some limitations. You cannot record to the Unisheen's internal storage while it's connected to a computer. There is lag, around 2 seconds. By default, the video appears stretched to 16:9, but that's an easy fix by adjusting the resolution in OBS Studio. So what do you think? Do you like this feature? Both devices have their strengths and weaknesses, and the best choice really depends on what you need. For me, the Mini DVR is perfect because I don't rely on its audio. I only use it as a guide since I mainly make music videos with it. But if I were digitizing tapes, I'll definitely go with the Unisheen for its better audio quality. I actually plan to mod the Unisheen, adding a 3.5mm video input and an internal rechargeable battery to make it more portable. If you like that to be my next video, let me know in the comments so I can focus on it. Now, in terms of final image quality, I think both looks great for retro cameras. But let's be honest, If I wanted the highest video quality possible, I would just use my professional cameras with lenses and filters. The reason I use retro cameras isn't for raw quality, but for the feeling. And in that sense, I still prefer the Mini DVR's look, even over FireWire. I know it won't be a popular opinion, but that's how I feel. The desaturated colors and softer pixels feel more like the 90s experience I actually lived. The Unisheen isn't far off though. The colors are a bit more saturated and the pixels are more noticeable, but I think it still does an excellent job. And look, I know there are other devices with better specs, like the Immersion RC PowerPlay DVR, which can record at 60 FPS, or the FireWire recorder Sony MRC1K, which takes full advantage of FireWire's capabilities, but they're much more expensive, and for me, it's just not worth the investment, especially when these more affordable options already give me what I'm looking for. Of course, everyone has their own preferences. If those high-end devices fit your needs, go for it. At the end of the day, the goal is to enjoy the process. So, which one will you choose? Does the Unisheen extra feature justify the price for you? Or is the Mini DVR's raw simplicity enough? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video.